Hang on, guys. I'm not used to this freaking angle because my phone likes to act stupid. Turn that down, please. Alright. Let me fix this angle. It's terrible. Hey, Lily, how's it going? What the heck? Alright. So today's stream, I'm going to be mentioning a couple things, especially coloring those Danny Phantom drawings. I am good. Traffic is terrible today. I don't know how this thing works. There we go. Traffic was terrible today, so it took... Oh my god. I don't know why my phone will not go to the other way like it used to, but now whenever I stream, it does this stupid bull crap. And plus, I have to have this phone charged, or else my charger won't work. My cube's acting weird now. Happy December 1st, everyone. I hope everyone had a better... I can't. Until my phone is on low battery, staying like this. I hope everyone's having a great December 1st, better than me. I'm already wearing my Christmas shirt, and my Christmas tree's already up. Hey, Tyler. See? Great Christmas tree. So today's stream, we're going to be discussing things while I'm coloring, and then it's also Q&A. Discussing me defending Marvel Spider-Man, because I just recently finished watching the whole series on Disney+. It was a Disney XD show that came out back in 2019, and ended, not 2019, it started in like a year after Ultimate Spider-Man, starring Drake Bell, and it's a really cool show. I really liked it. People didn't like it, so I'm going to defend it on this stream. That's going to be the first subject. Then we're going to talk about Scream 7 and what is it going to be affecting towards it, and I'm going to recap everything as well. If you guys haven't watched my previous stream talking about the whole actress getting fired from Scream 7, go check out that stream when you guys get a chance. And then the rest of the stream is either me coloring or just bringing up stuff more about the Indiana Jones fan film. So, if you guys can hear the TV in the background, Gage is watching TV, and, you know, since I've never really done videos like, or streams like these, I figured why not, you know? Okay. Start with Marvel Spider-Man. So, I just recently finished watching it a couple days ago, actually, I finished watching it the day that I made that short where I was defending Marvel Spider-Man, and I let the show sink in. And yes, I am going to screen record this, edit it into a video, and upload it to YouTube, because I figured this would be a good YouTube video as well to talk about Marvel Spider-Man. Now, those of you guys who don't know what Marvel Spider-Man is, it is a Disney XD show that was on right after the Drake Bell show, Ultimate Spider-Man, starring Drake Bell as Peter Parker and Spider-Man. Except this version is a completely original and fresh take of Peter Parker's story and everything. And I just never... What do you think of the good Marvel Spider-Man series? Let me say it. Let me talk about it. That's why I wanted to discuss this with you guys and defend it, you know? And basically, I never came around to watching it when it was on TV. I mean, there was one episode I did watch, but I think it had Rhino in it, but that's it. Like, I never really watched it from its entirety. And I've been seeing all over YouTube, oh, this show sucks, or this show is one of the most laziest Spider-Man shows ever, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, you know what, I have Disney Plus. We were in the living room, and the only time I could watch Disney Plus last year was because I was in my mom's living room, and that's how I was able to watch the Santa Claus Season 1 episodes, was in my mom's living room. And then we had the TV in that living room, and then that's how everything went to be. So I started watching Marvel Spider-Man on that, and watching the show from its entirety. One, it's not a perfect show. No, it's not great. It's not perfect. it's not bad either. And after watching this, when it got canceled on its 3rd season, I was like, now I want more. I want to see what they developed from the series. But judging from everything I've read, it got canceled because the ratings were going down and people didn't like it. Now, here's the things I'm going to get into, is the changes they had, great character development from the show, and then to the pros, to the cons. I'm going to start with the cons. So, Season 3 is a little wonky. Whoever is the 3rd person watching, this comment or get lost. Yeah. Anyways, what am I saying? What am I going to say? Oh, yeah. The cons of the 3rd season is that there is certain episodes that just didn't make sense. For example, they try to squeeze in the Venom story a little bit more into a large area, and it just didn't work for me. And I love Venom, but he's like a recurring character in the show. But I'm so glad they also explained why Eddie Brock really hates Spider-Man other than what the other cartoons, which we're going to talk about in a sec. But I like the way how it was feeling with that. The 3rd season's not great. It's like Danny Phantom Season 3. There's parts that are good, but there's parts that makes it the weakest season out of the series, if that makes any sense. So, you know, the principal of the show, Max, finds out Peter's secret identity. Kind of already knew that when I was watching the Season 2 finale, which we'll talk about in a sec. But, like, he gets fired for a while because he was checking out the symbiote, and he was making a new kind of suit for Spider-Man with the symbiote, and it didn't go so well, and then Dr. Kirk Connors is working with Norman Osborn. It just didn't make sense to me, and it kind of made me go scratch my head a little bit and be like, you know, but again, it's a show, and I really didn't like Peter Parker's new suit they had for Season 3. Way too much blue, especially the blue in the gloves. Oh my god, way too much blue. Way too much. I was sitting there like, okay, I don't like this new suit. But other than that, the show was fine. Like, no, there's no hatred towards it from me. I actually had some I thought the show was interesting for what they're trying to do. Now, going to the things that people really hate about the show. Now, I like the classic better. Same here. Well, the suit for what they had in like the first episode, like there's an episode where Peter explains how he got bit by the radioactive spider, how he became Spider-Man. Makes sense. Great episode. Wasn't good. It wasn't like one of the best origins because they didn't show Uncle Ben as much in the show, especially when the only show Uncle Ben in the show is when Peter's having a moment where he's about to give up or something, you know? And I thought that was like a really cool detailed how they did that, especially. So, people didn't like this idea. In every interpretation of a Spider-Man cartoon, Peter goes to high school, right? In the comics, in the Tom Holland movies, and of course Andrew Garfield. But in this show, he does go to the normal high school that he... Kenny, how's it going? I think they are trying to keep it going, so they have to come up with some kind of other... Okay, if the show got canceled... I mean, if it didn't get canceled, thank God, because there's so many things they need to explain from the series. But let me just discuss what people hated on it. So Peter got accepted to the school where Max invited him, where he gets to go to a school full of scientists, and basically Peter goes to the school throughout the whole series. That's how he is able to make his Spider-Man suit, which I thought was very interesting. How he's able to track down all the villains that he had. Very interesting way how they've developed that part of the show. I love how they did that, and people hated it for that, and I don't get it. I really didn't. I was like sitting there watching the show, and I was like, what is something they hated on? I'm finally coming around to watching this thing, and you guys are just bashing on it any way you can, and it's not fair to the writers and to the people that's making this show. It's not that bad. And I thought that was an interesting take how they did that. I thought, okay, they're trying something fresh. They're trying something new. That's all that matters, right? Now, Harry Osborn not liking Spider-Man. Now, normally Harry Osborn never really... But it needs... That's what I'm trying to say. Now, Harry Osborn not liking Spider-Man is completely different than the Raimi films. And I don't know if you guys know this show. It's a 2D mixed with 3D show of Spider-Man. It's kind of like Iron Man Armored Avengers, except in like where it's set after the events of Spider-Man 1, I think, with Tobey Maguire. Those of you guys who haven't watched the show, watch it. You'll know what I mean. But every version of Harry Osborn from the movies on, he's always ended up hating Spider-Man because, one, he killed his dad, or two, from the Amazing Spider-Man 2, which I don't like, he ends up not giving him his DNA, right? This show, they take it to a different level and made sense why he doesn't like Spider-Man. And I'm just so glad they did that. And then especially when Peter reveals his identity to Harry, and how Harry takes it, and how Harry's and Peter's friendship goes on, and it develops more into the show. Now, Harry thinks that Spider-Man is a vigilante. Just like James Earl Jameson, right? He thinks he's like a vigilante. But like, he hated him because, one, he didn't save his dad, and then this like spider apocalypse happened. And he thinks Spider-Man's just not the person who could take care of New York City. He thinks Spider-Man's not the hero that New York deserves. And then finally, like, there's an episode series, right? In the season finale of season 1, an episode, people have spider powers, and then they end up turning to freaking monstrosity spiders. Now, that episode particularly, those episodes really scared the crap out of me. I'm a 21-year-old man watching a cartoon that's Spider-Man, getting scared because people are transforming into spiders. But the transformations are very brutal in this show. Let me just say that. Oh my god, that was very disturbing. But it was actually really enjoyable, and it made Harry and Peter's friendship a little bit more. Really? That scared you? Yes! When you watch the episodes, and when you see the transformation, especially on Aunt May, ooh, I had chills coming down my arms. It was terrifying. Anyways, the only cure that they had to do to get rid of these spider creatures was Spider-Man's DNA, right? And basically, Peter decides to give the DNA, but Harry wants to save Oscorp. He wants to save Oscorp before it blows up from Hive, which is Gwen Stacy's uncle, right? And of course, Peter wouldn't let him because, you know, the world needs to be turned back to normal, especially New York would not be the same. And of course, Peter could take him out of there. Harry, of course, blames Spider-Man and Peter Parker for destroying Oscorp and all that. And like, there's a whole episode itself on season 2, like 2 episodes itself, I believe, where Harry doesn't know what feels right after knowing Peter's secret identity, but he realized that this is his best friend that we're talking about. So he ends up forgiving Peter and believing more into Spider-Man. I thought that was a great arc. And of course, a lot of you guys are questioning, what do I think about the Spider characters we have? We have Spider-Gwen, who's also now Ghost Spider at the end of the series. We have Spider-Woman, who's played by, I think she's like, isn't she? I think she's like Indian Spider-Girl, or Spider-Woman? Spider-Girl? I'm trying to think of it. But yeah, Indian Spider-Girl, and then we got Miles Morales. Now, Miles had a very different character arc than he had in the Spider-Verse movies. And I thought, you know what, I'm not going to explain it all, but like, they all had their great strengths, they all had their great character arcs. I felt like The Flash a little bit with the superhero family kind of thing, but honestly, that's what I need from a 2D show, right? 2D show. Okay, so the one thing I'm going to talk about before we move to the subject, to Scream 7, is this character arc that was developed from the show, and basically my full-on thoughts of the show and why I think they need to continue on after that. The final character I'm going to be talking about is Dr. Octopus. Now, people didn't like Dr. Octopus in this show. I'm going to defend Dr. Octopus. Why? Let me tell you. Because this character development, he's actually became my favorite character out of the series, and it's kind of believable how things were. I mean, Dr. Octopus wasn't a good person. during the beginning, but then like near the end of the season 2, you know what when you get to know the character a little bit more. So Otto instead of him being a random scientist with these arms, he's actually the teacher of Peter Parker in this, science school that Peter went to for science stuff. And I thought that was very interesting how they did that. And especially making him young, like a child, like a young teenager. He's like Wade from Kim Possible, except he's a teenager that's teaching this school full of kids. People like his age, technically. And it explains a lot because, like, why else would Otto fight Spider-Man in any other interpretations? Not just to rob banks, not just to, but the more of the betrayal he learns from Dr. Norman Osborn in the series, the more of... he feels that Max betrayed him, how he feels like Peter Parker's not a good fit for the school. In the show, he ends up switching bodies with the android for a while in the series. And at first I was like kind of confused. I was like, wait, why is he switching his body to a freaking thing that Peter and Max are working on, right? Come to realize that he wanted to switch bodies with Spider-Man. Anyways, he wanted to switch bodies with Spider-Man. So he succeeds. Peter's stuck in the realm where the arms are and the computers where the brain thing is, and Ock is in Spider-Man's body. And you get a whole growth with Dr. Octopus thinking he's going to be the far superior Spider-Man. He's going to be the better Spider-Man than Peter Parker ever was. He gets to find out who Spider-Man is by removing the mask after they switch bodies. And then, like, near the end where Peter is about to be disintegrated, all of a sudden, he started realizing maybe this is not my life. This is Peter Parker's life. So he says, like, last minute, though, too, Venom comes back in the school that... And, oh, yeah, I almost forgot about this. So when Dr. Octopus was in Peter's body, when he goes back to the school, he not only insulted the freaking principal of the science school, Max, he quits! So he basically screwed up Peter Parker's life even before Peter Parker knew that his life was even screwed up. I thought that was really interesting and funny to me because, like, in the episode I was watching it, I was like, wait, so how is Peter gonna take this? Like, how is he gonna take it when even if he does get back in his body? Because he does, because there's a 3rd season of the series. And, they immediately get to it when he gets back into his body, and I thought that was very, very interesting. And I was laughing, though, too. I was kind of like, wow, Otto, just a great way to ruin a character's reputation, right? But he ends up redeeming himself after switching back bodies with Spider-Man, Peter Parker, and he starts working with him. And Dr. Octopus kind of reminded me of Cisco Ramon, but more of a villain that turns into a hero kind of thing. And near the end of the season 2 finale, which is so sad, he brings up the Uncle Ben moments because, when Otto was in Spider-Man's body, or Peter Parker, he has all of his memories, and Otto decides it's the time that I do something right. So when Peter, or Spider-Man, I keep forgetting, was going to sacrifice his life, he jumps in out of nowhere. And by the way, the goblins that they were facing was not Harry Osborn or Norman Osborn, it was the Vulture. The Vulture got, like, all the gear of the Green Goblin tech that Norman and Harry was developing, and they had, like, this one weapon that can destroy any kind of weapon, destroy anyone. By the way, why would you build that? I understand that you want to defend your people that you care for, but that, again, like, we have Spider-Man, we have the Avengers, We'll get into that later on when I talk about my final thoughts of the show. And Otto comes in to take the thing away from Peter and risk his own life for Peter and dies for it. And Peter was like, you can't do this to yourself. He's like, is this not what Uncle Ben would want? And I was like, I was feeling chills. So, like, normally when I watch a show like a show that's being hated on, I like to go in there skeptical. But, like, if it's a show that's people hated on and I really liked, I feel like you need to give the show another shot, right? So Otto dies, sacrificing his own life. And people now know him as a hero. He's no longer a villain that came in to destroy New York or Spider-Man. And he said to Peter, like, the world needs you more than me, Peter. They need Spider-Man. And then he vanished out of existence. So Otto's gone, and the rest of the series you are dealing with random scenarios at the end of the series. Look, Otto became my favorite character after this series, and it kind of made me respect Dr. Octopus a little bit more as a person now, and as a character. Now, final thoughts of the show, I want to see more, but it got canceled back in 2020. Even before quarantine, I think it got canceled. It never got, like, sped up. And where it left also in the show is where Peter and MJ were going to get together. Mary Jane. Of course, that's a love interest for Peter Parker in any Spider-Man movie, show, comics, you know. And I would have loved to see where that goes, because, like, throughout the third season, they did kind of squeeze her in just to be like, okay, viewers are going to like Mary Jane, let's just squeeze her in. And I wish we would have saw a little bit more of her in the show. And you see her and Peter finally date at the end of the series, and you don't get it. And I wish we had that. Another thing I wish, Rachel just posted something on her Instagram. Dang it, Rachel, you picked the wrong time. But I'll check it out later. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. The school got destroyed by Venom that Peter goes to, and then they decided, hey, why not build a lab with Tony Stark's money, and boom. And by the way, near the end of the show as well, Tony Stark did offer Spider-Man to stay with the Avengers and live with them and do all the Avengers type, but he won't have his personal life back anymore. So Peter didn't take it, knowing that he wants to be with MJ, he wants to be with his friends, and of course, be with his Aunt May, which is understandable. I wouldn't leave my family behind just to be part of a team. Freaking kidding me. Overall, I don't see the hatred to the show. After seeing a bunch of videos growing up, seeing how hated this show was, I decided just to give it a shot, and I'm glad I did. This show is actually really good, and yeah, it's not great. You know, there is problems with it, which I already deal with the flaws. You know, I would talk to you about the flaws. There's more flaws. I probably forgot because I was too focusing on the good of the show. But if you guys have Disney Plus or Hulu, or just go to the school, go to like the library, rent off at least like a DVD that has like a couple of the episodes, Marvel Spider-Man from Disney XD, then you're good. You can watch it, and I say check it out, get a shot. I got a comment one time. I got a comment from that short that I made defending the show and talking about mostly Dr. Octopus's character arc, but now that I got fully into it, the person said in the comment, the show was just lazy. I lasted 3 episodes and I stopped watching it. Why the frick would you talk to someone and tell them that? I said in the beginning of the short, I'm right now watching Marvel Spider-Man, and I don't get the hate. Don't mean you go in the comments below and tell me, oh, because they're lazy and I lasted 3 episodes. I don't care. I deleted that comment, by the way. I don't care about your opinion if it's going to be something bad. If it's something I like, then don't tell me your reason why you think it's bad. Tell me in good explanation, then, oh, it's lazy. Like, I give out good explanations why this movie was bad, or why the show is bad. And I explain the reasons what part that didn't make sense, and what part did make sense. You guys can tell me in the chats. I do that. Every review, I do that. So, for people out there that is watching this stream at the time, or video, because I am going to upload it to YouTube, you know, edit it, put footage and pictures beside of me. And, oh, the third person liked the video. Thank you, third person, whoever you are. I said check out the show if you have Disney Plus, or just get a chance to watch it somewhere. Don't see the hatred to the show. All right. Now that we're moving away from Marvel Spider-Man, talking about something very seriously, and this is for Scream fans. After the first two Spider-Man films, I've gotten disappointed of the character changes in the stories. Well, you just missed the subject of this Spider-Man show from Clifford? Or I'm just saying, like, give the show a shot on Disney Plus. Now, welcome to the channel. I don't think I've seen you around except in the comments of one of my videos. Now, those of you guys who don't know what happened on the setting of Scream 7, if you guys haven't been keeping up on movie news, I've always do, and that's how I always go in the movies with an open mind, or I'm not going to see that. One of the reasons why I skipped the Marvels, and I'm waiting to watch it on Disney Plus, because I ain't wasting it. And hopefully tonight I can watch Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny on Disney Plus, because it's out on Disney Plus right now, and I can watch it again. I was going to stream it today, but I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I want to do this stream, you know? Oh no, you'll see why. So if you guys didn't know, the main two actress, what's her name from the Scream 5 and Scream 6, Melissa something, the main actress who plays the sister with Jenna Ortega, she got fired recently. I covered it on a stream, like I said, I covered it on the stream. She got fired because she was defending something that she felt was right? Then a couple days later, a day after that, and I didn't cover this on the channel, Jenna Ortega decided, hey, I'm not coming back for Scream 7 because, one, you fired one of my friends, and two, I got Wednesday and all this stuff to do. Understandable, right? Again, a couple days after, Scream 7's being rebooted, meaning they're redoing everything. I'm not a Scream fan. I know. Now, I'm not a Scream fan. I've never seen any of the Scream movies, right? But why reboot it? Why even reboot the movie? Like, I don't get the point. Like, I get it that you guys want to try something new, but reboots don't always work. Disney's learning that the hard way. They're bombing nowadays, Disney is. And then now their original projects are being released, you know. Ghostbusters 2016 suffered from that. And by the way, that is a terrible movie, and it's a terrible idea to do that. So, I don't see a reason for you, even though I'm not a Scream fan, even though I never seen Scream, not a good idea to, you know, unavailable. She's hit on Addams Family. She admitted hates her own made-up dance because it went huge on social media. Now not doing Scream. I don't know. It depends. It depends. But yeah, I thought to bring that out of the way. Talk about Marvel's Spider-Man and, of course, Scream 7. Just to keep you guys occupied on the channel. I know I haven't streamed or recorded any videos. I got to film my next movie review, which is Jingle All the Way, pretty soon. Now, you guys get to ask me questions. Also, keep you guys updated on the Indiana Jones fan film. Finally, I'm just going to say it. I have to rewrite the script. The original script I had, I got like halfway through, and I don't like it. So I'm redoing the script. I'm rewriting it. I'm also going to do this casting announcement. Lily, you can finally announce this to your channel as well. Lily is officially cast as the villain role for Indiana Jones, the new Indiana Jones movie that me and my friends are making. I can't reveal the title until the trailer comes out. That's still a thing. The character arc's still going to be there. We're still trying to structure it better than what I did with the original script. So, you know. Hi, Remy. What's up, buddy? You want to say hi to the viewers? Come here, buddy. I'm pretty sure he's gonna bite my arm. Ugh. Better not bite my nose. Look at this. Look at this. Alright, Remy. You can go. Now, I just thought to bring that up as well. So, let's get to the Q&A. And now that I got that done, you guys can ask me questions, and then also why I color these Danny Phantom drawings that I made. I started coloring this, Look at this. So I put in the new design of Danny Phantom of a suit that I made in my cinematic universe. I already showed you guys this on the community page, my Instagram, my Discord server, my Facebook, so you guys know. If you guys are not followed Instagram, Discord, or, you know, then go follow me there. I have them all in the link in the description below. What are your plans for Christmas? I really don't know yet. Mostly open gifts, eat. That other than that, I really don't know. Oh, I forgot to get the color pencil. I really don't know. Let me get the trash can over here. We'll figure that out later on. Green color pencil, the color. Well, actually, I don't need the green color pencil. What the frick? Brown. I have a black in here somewhere. Where the frick's the black? I just swear I had a black. There's a black marker, but I'm not using a black freaking marker. What the frick? I could have sworn I had a black.
But eventually he decided he'll go along for the journey. If it means you will shut up for a minute. That's the spirit, Squidward. We set off toward the village.
Hang on a second.
On days 24 to 26, Squidward and I made our way across the villages I'd seen and delivered each of them pizza so they would have food while they were trapped. There were so many villages already affected by pencil with the green. Put an end to this madness. As we were making our way to the suddenly ambushed by robot golems again.
I could have sworn I had a black color pencil. Old school here, 80s cartoon, Thundercat. Fun fact, my Uncle Larry, my great Uncle Larry, voiced Lion-O in the original Thundercats. Oh, I was looking for this. Does anyone remember when I posted this? My last Ronin drawing. I forgot I had this. It was in here. Yeah, I can't find my black color pencil. I could have sworn I had a black color pencil last night. Give me a second, guys.
I knew that this had to be from Plankton, so I quickly made my way over there. The building looked like a giant burger factory. He must be trying to get ready in case he was able to steal the formula. I made my way inside and was attacked by a giant flying robot. The robot started to shoot particles at me, but they weren't that hard to avoid. I tried to use my spatula when I got close.
Ah, dang it! I could have sworn.
I heard a familiar meowing. Gary, is that you?
I could have sworn I had a black color pencil.
You too, buddy. I quickly broke Gary out and went back to the base.
Alright. How's everyone doing today? Now that I got my jaw line already done talking, and I have to look for another black color pencil. I'll be right back.
It's a mutant Krabby Patty. The recipe for me. The mutant Krabby Patty attacked me. He was incredibly strong. The mutant Krabby Patty attacked my pineapple and started to destroy it. No, stop. Just then, Doodlebob showed up. He jumped in and he erased the Krabby Patty with his pencil. Curses, Doodlebob. The recipe was almost mine. SpongeBob, mine to destroy. Behind my night high. Plankton fled, with Doodlebob chasing after him. I took the moment to rebuild the destroyed parts of my pineapple. Wow, that was a close one. Can't believe I'm saying this. Thank goodness for Doodlebob. On days 33 to 35, I woke up and realized I needed more upgrades in order to defeat Plankton and Doodlebob. I headed out
I'm back.
to look for diamonds.
13 minutes.
Oh my god.
I was about to give up hope. I found some. I mined them quickly and used them to upgrade my diamond spatula.
So what's everyone up to nowadays?
Because I was then attacked by a group of robot endermen.
Besides, hear me blab my mouth.
Robots to try and steal the formula.
Now I gotta put in my freaking charger. Hang on a second. This is gonna be freaking difficult.
That's amazing. We'll be one step closer to making Krabby Patties again. On days 36 and 38, I came across another village. This village was different. It was completely drawn. I entered the village and was looking to find more villagers. The drawing villagers spotted me. They started
That's as I can do, guys.
I was unable to damage them.
Sorry.
Oh no, this
buffering. Sorry about that. I accidentally logged out of this thing and put on Discord.
I then came across a fishing workshop. This must be where he lives. I made my way inside and started to look through the chest.
Now, I also decided to color in the hair and then erase some of the gray off of it just to make it feel and look realistic. So let me get one of my pencil things right here. Why is a message erased? Why is that a thing?
She means holy spit. Hello.
Is it charging? No, it's freaking not. What the heck? I don't like my cube. Oh, for frick's sakes! Why in the world is this thing acting stupid nowadays? This is so freaking annoying. There we go. How's my family? Okay, I'm getting a charger. Give me a second. My charger cube is stupid. Don't shush me.
I was starting to feel like nothing could stop me. I returned home to Sandy's tree dome and gave her all the iron I found while in the caves.
This is a great start.
And how can you tell me about the cheese biome?
Of course. It's not too far from here, actually.
Sandy explained to me where the cheese biome was and talked about the cheese cows that inhabited the area. I thanked her and got ready for my journey. Before I set off, I decided to work on my Krabby Patty statue. Even though we were getting closer to finishing the Krabby Patties for real, I wanted to make sure I had something to remind everyone how good they were. Before I left, I collected some of the regular weeds and used it to create...
I hate my cube.
I said goodbye to Gary and headed off.
I really do.
I arrived at the cheese biome.
I really don't like my cube.
I started looking around when I spotted a herd of cheese cows. I approached the cheese cows and explained to them that I was trying to find cheese for my Krabby Patties and how they would be a big help. They explained to me that they were being attacked by someone who looked identical to me. They must be talking about Doodle Bob. They said that not too far from here, he was capturing cheese cows and taking them.
Oh my god! Alright, I'm gonna focus on that.
He started to attack me using his pencil, but it seemed like it wasn't as effective because of my diamond armor. I realized maybe my spatula would be able to hurt him more.
This is why I don't like my cube.
Before he could get it, I picked it up. I was getting ready to try and erase him, but he ran off. Particles. I almost had him. I used a pencil and was able to erase the bedrock that was trapping the cheese cows. The cows were extremely grateful and thanked me. Some of them agreed to return to Bikini Bottom with me so I could use the cheese they produced for the Krabby Patties. Wow, thanks guys. Together, we set off back toward Bikini Bottom.
So freaking frustrating!
Turned to Bikini Bottom and headed to the Krusty Krab. I started to create a pen for the cheese cows. I used some of my wheat to give them a few hay bales so they would have something to eat. I then started to realize how close patties again we were. I was really excited, but then it hit me. I knew nothing about running a business. Who was going to operate the Krusty Krab while I made the Krabby Patties? I needed to find Mr. Krabs. So I started to search the Krusty Krab to see if Mr. Krabs was anywhere. I went to the bar where you were always counting money, but didn't find him. I started to look in the freezer. He wasn't there either. I then searched his house to see if maybe he would return home, but he also wasn't there. I didn't know where he was. I made my way back to the Krusty Krab when I thought I heard Mr. Krabs. I heard the distinct
It's the closest I can do.
rolling on the floor, followed by
I hate this.
Mr. Krabs in the chump bucket.
If only my freaking phone would not go like this, and it will like me go to the side like it used to. Okay. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. What'd I miss? How's your family? They're doing fine right now. They're good. My mom's actually at my aunt's house right now.
break the cage he was in.
And,
Might be a key to unlock it. I then noticed a chest
well,
that was
you know,
labeled
visiting my
chest.
cousin because she's having a baby.
And it had the
Um,
wow, I guess that sign sure was misleading. I ran back to free Mr. Krabs, and we started to make our way to the exit.
Ah.
Plankton showed up in a robotic suit. Where do you think you
and good night, Lily. Sorry that you have to see me. Try tapping it. Okay, I already did. Where are you from? Illinois. Lily, Angel Fox, the Fallen Angel, and I are best friends. That. Why is it as soon as I start getting some good luck, things started happening? I hate that. But originally I was from Pekin of Illinois. I went to a school that was not good with dealing with kids, someone with autism, like such as myself. And then I went to DMAC, and that's how me and Angel Fox, the Fallen Angel, met. Ah! Nice, New York. What part? Okay, color Danny. My God, I don't like this.
I drank the potion and ran off towards the dark forest to find that magician and get Mr. Krabs' money.
Queens. Ah, Spider-Man. Sorry, I had to make a joke.
Oh no, this has to be where the magician lives. I made my way inside, and the theater was completely empty except for a magician standing on the stage.
All right, color and Danny.
No, I'm actually here to get my boss's
Other
money
suit,
back,
part
and
of the
he's
suit.
not paying me for this, so can we get this done in a hurry? The magician started to attack me. He threw cards at me, and I had to avoid them. I tried to attack him, but then he went.
What do you do on YouTube?
Pulling bunnies from his hat, and he started
Just
to
wondering.
attack me too. Every time I fought them off,
What I do is I review movies and that, but I think you already know that. I even run a gaming channel. Go check it out. I haven't recorded on the gaming channel in a while. Yes, indeed, Spider-Man and Superman are in my type. Mine's The Flash because of the CW show with Grant Gustin. Spider-Man because of Tobey Maguire. So I'm kind of so glad that I got that show off my chest to talk about it, and I don't see the hatred from that show. So I'm glad that I told you guys about it and I discussed it. Again, that'll be screen recorded and edited into a YouTube video. So it's one of the reasons why I upload the clips from the series of The Flash. I upload it just to show my love for the show. I figure out I have to see if like the show is worthy, like if the clip is worthy for me not to get in trouble by YouTube by copyright striking it or anything. So before I do it, I mean, I could honestly care if it gets copyright claim, but if it gets blocked from YouTube, then yeah, I can get rid of it, you know. Yeah.
On days 63 to 65, I made my way to the ancient patty mine that Mr. Krabs had described. I was inside and saw a massive lava pit. It looked like there were structures I could jump to, so I was really careful and made my way across the lava pit, carefully jumping from structure to structure.
Can't believe that they created a PS5. I know, and it's for the Spider-Man 2 game, and here's my problem with gaming community now. It's like they remaster a game that's already, I don't know how long old, and then they change the design of Spider-Man, Peter Parker. Like, I can understand if it's, like, quality, but, like, that face they had for him for Miles Morales. Oh, my God. I was hoping it be PSP. Yeah, I get it. It's on PC, isn't it? Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man from Insomniac. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's on PC, so you can download it on PC, just like The Last of Us Part 1. I don't get it. Why does PlayStation think it's a good idea to remaster their games and then decided, hey, let's put it on PC? They're no longer PlayStation exclusive. That's always what makes it so much fun. That's one of the reasons why I don't think Uncharted should be PC either, or The Last of Us. Like, I love Naughty Dog. I love video games now. I mean, I became a big gamer because of making my gaming channel now. But, like, still, like, even with you updating the graphics, but it's still the same game. Like, I can understand a remastered version of any kind of game, But if it was like old, you know, like I don't get it. For example, Batman Arkham Asylum and Batman Arkham City. Those games came out in what, the early 2000s? And yeah. Then again, if it returned to gaming, I wouldn't want my controller. They're ridiculous over... I know. I know. On my PS5, though, too, I said I'm going to wait for Spider-Man 2 to go down. That's what I did for Spider-Man 1, Marvel Spider-Man, and Miles Morales. I've seen so many people play those games back then when they came out. For example, I saw recently Dan TDM play Marvel Spider-Man 2 and finished it. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna play it yet until like the thing goes down, and then maybe I'll play it for the first time. You know, I've already got so many games already on the list that I want to play on my gaming channel. You know, finish off the Arkham series after Arkham City and do Arkham Knight. Do Back to the Future the game. Do a replay series of The Last of Us Part 1. You know, games nowadays, like video games nowadays, are just they're the new community of movies, and it's kind of sad that movies nowadays are not becoming as good as they should. Alright. There we go. Now I'm going to color in the hair a little bit, and then I'm going to erase it with the eraser and show you how I did it. I think I could show you a little bit what I did with the other drawing before I drew these. This is what I did. It's actually, I'm proud of it. See what I did? I color the hair, and then I erase bits and pieces of it to make it look white and just make it look realistic at least. So, it's the best I can do. GTA 6, can I be completely honest? I played GTA 4 growing up. I played GTA 6, but I'm not a GTA person. I don't know. I feel like GTA is just not my cup of tea. I don't think it's a fun game as people say it is, but that's just me. So we can start cooking our Krabby Patties again. On days 78 to 80, I return to the Krusty Krab with the secret ingredient. I think after I stream this, I'm going to get something to eat and then take the TV from Gage and watch Indiana Jones, The Dial of Destiny. I'm really hoping I'm off tomorrow because I'm supposed to be off on the weekends. But since my mom's out of town and that, I don't know, it depends. You know? Oh my god. From the special seeds. I stopped by the cheese couch and they gave me a bunch of cheese. It was cooking time. I started to make as many. Normally I would color in the hair and just leave it alone, but ever since I did that with the other drawing, I felt like I need to try it at least again. See if it fits the character. So. Hey, how you feeling?
Why is everyone eating these and not mine? You must have the secret ingredient. He started to attack Mr. Krabs. Expected. How did the secret ingredient? I started to fight him off while Mr. Krabs ran off to the vault behind it. I was able to destroy him long enough for Mr. Krabs to get away. Curse you, SpongeBob! I will get you for this! He ran back to the chum bucket on days 81 to 85. I started by repairing part of the Krusty Krab that was destroyed by plankton. I was just finishing up.
I think I'm just gonna color in the hair and then erase it and then be done with the stream tonight. But again, I want to keep streaming until it's like at least 1 hour to make it easy on me. And Mia just posted something on Snap. Jesus, what is people always post things while I'm at least doing a stream or something? Okay. Alright.
Great about what I'd done, but it seemed to make everyone else happy. On days 86 to 90, I returned to Sandy to see
There's
if
what?
she needed anything else to get the rocket ready for plankton. She started to go into detail, and I really wasn't sure what she was explaining. So I daydreamed about jellyfish and the jellyfish fields.
I need you to go get me some more redstone and a few diamonds.
I'm on it, Sandy, no problem. I headed back into the cave and found more redstone and gathered 5 diamonds. I should have listened more to what she was saying. I hope it's gonna be enough. I returned to Sandy and gave her the redstones and diamonds.
This is perfect, SpongeBob. I was worried you were daydreaming about
Me? Daydream about of course not, Sandy. I was 100% listening. Sandy began working on the fuel cells while I finished up the rocket for her. She added them, and the rocket was ready for takeoff. Now all that was left was to break into the chum bucket and steal back the Krabby Patty formula. On days 91 to 94, I snuck into the chum bucket. I made sure the coast was clear before I entered the lab, where I assumed Plankton was analyzing the formula. As soon as I entered, I saw him.
Dang it! How does Krabs do it? Where is the ingredient?
I rushed outside, hoping he didn't spot me. I had to come up with a foolproof plan to distract him before I could steal the formula back. I had it. Ah, pizza delivery!
It's about time! I ordered this about 31 minutes ago!
He rushed out of the lab and headed for the door of the chum bucket. I quickly ran inside and grabbed the formula, hoping I could get out before he returned. I spoke too soon because the alarms in the chum bucket started to go off. Plankton came back, rushing in.
SpongeBob, I should have known!
He hopped into his mech suit and started to attack me. Luckily for me, I was fast and was able to get out of the lab, but he was right behind me. I used my pencil on his mech suit, totally destroying it. Ha! Take that, Plankton!
Curse you, SpongeBob!
I ran into the Krusty Krab and hid the formula into the vault.
I knew you could get this back for me!
On days 95 to 99, Mr. Krabs and I came up with a genius idea to trick Plankton onto the rocket. I went to my farm and gathered some regular wheat to make some bread. Afterwards, I grabbed some onion from the Krusty Krab freezer. With the wrong ingredients, we created a fake Krabby Patty, and it looked just like the real thing.
There's no way he can resist this!
Everyone knows a Krabby Patty needs lettuce, onion, and tomato, as well as a secret ingredient. But Plankton didn't know that. I then went to Sandy to make sure the rocket was prepped and ready. I knew we didn't have long. He would have another giant robot ready in no time.
We're almost there, SpongeBob. I just need a few more days for the fuel cells to stabilize and be ready to go.
Since I had time, I decided to check up on Patrick, Squidward, and Gary. I delivered a Krabby Patty to Patrick, and then I spent some time with Gary. I then knocked on Squidward's door.
What do you want, SpongeBob?
I know I never found your clarinet, so I decided to make you one. Here you go.
This is just a stick.
Yes, but it's the thought that counts. He slammed the door in my face and went inside. Classic Squidward. This is it. Day 100. We moved the rocket outside of the chum bucket and got it prepared for launch.
Everything's good to go, SpongeBob.
I threw the fake Krabby Patty on the rocket and went over to the chum bucket. I knocked on the door and Plankton answered.
What do you want, SpongeBob?
We know you wanted a Krabby Patty, so we left one over there for you.
Oh, thank you.
He ran over and before he grabbed it, he realized it was fake.
Curse SpongeBob?
Suddenly, he transformed into his giant robotic mech. Oh no. Plankton and I started a battle.
SpongeBob, give me the formula!
Never, Plankton. We started a fight. I had to weaken his robot suit,
Pause
so I
this
was
real
throwing
quick.
him on the rocket. He was hitting hard.
Alright, guys.
Long way since the
I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you guys so much. You know the drill. You know the description. Take care, you guys. Thank you guys for tuning into the stream.